that down, let's talk about this. You know what most guys usually say after they've swiftly been kicked in the balls twice?
Got your ass.
Let's do it 4 more times. And not often do you hear that. Let's do it 4 more times. But that's what Zack Snyder wants to do to us. He wants to kick us in the balls 4 more times. Because according to a new story that's come out, not only does he have a 3rd Rebel Moon all planned out, he got 4 more completely ready to go.
Oh boy.
This comes to us and it says it's coming via what's on Netflix. Rebel Moon co-writer Kurt Johnstad revealed that Zack Snyder still has big, possibly too big, plans for the saga of Rebel Moon, with the Man of Steel and Watchmen director having planned out up to 6 sequels. We've outlined movies 3, 4, 5, and 6. Very detailed outlines. And Zack has literally plotted out the whole world. We know where we can go. We've written detailed outlines. Goes on to say, and it's these epic plans that could prove a problem, as well as declining viewership and scathing reviews. The Johnstad himself wondering how exactly Snyder plans to bring his vision for Rebel Moon 3 to life. The scope and scale of the middle of the movie, and certainly the finale, I have no idea how Zack can actually film this because the scale was so massive. While we wait for any kind of official announcement from Netflix regarding the future of the Rebel Moon franchise, Johnstad went on to tease what Rebel Moon 3 will be about, while also revealing that he has no idea what the streamer is waiting for. The second movie was to find the princess, and the third movie is to make sure that the princess is where she should be, sitting on the throne and properly ruling over the mother world. I don't know. Those decisions are way above me, like how these things are made and where the money is going to come from. All right. Let me first be on record of saying, contrary to some popular belief, I am a Zack Snyder fan. Up until Rebel Moon, there had literally only been one movie of his that I straight up did not like. And that was Sucker Punch. That was it. I have either kind of liked or absolutely loved every single one of his other movies. I'm a big fan, including the highly underwatched and undervalued The Owls of Gaul. Which is a exciting, fun, animated film that a lot of people forget that he did. Anyway, you should check it out. Rise of the Guardians, the Owls of Gaul. Go check it out. It's great. Now, when Rebel Moon was coming out, they kind of looked like trash. They didn't look great to me, but the concept was really cool. And again, I have liked every single Zack Snyder movie other than Sucker Punch. And I thought, okay, let's go. And I thought it couldn't get any worse. And then I saw the second one and realized I was wrong. It can get worse. It is some of the most inept, horrible storytelling I've ever seen on a screen with that much of a budget. It was, now listen, everybody's got bad days at the office. Steven Spielberg had 1943 and 1941 and The Terminal.
Yeah, of course.
Had to throw that in there.
Yeah.
Every great has had their bad day at the office, right? But I mean, let's not pull punches here. This is epically trash. The Rebel Moon movies are epic trash, like total garbage. And I want more from Zack Snyder, but not more Rebel Moon. His vision of Rebel Moon doesn't work. So I really want to see, and most of his stuff does work, so I really want to see him move on and start doing other things. Because even there's one before that, Army of the Dead. I know you weren't the biggest fan of Army of the Dead, but I really had a good time with it. I thought Army of the Dead was a lot of fun. Not everybody agreed, and that's totally cool, but I would love to see him move off this Rebel Moon garbage and start doing something else. And listen, with the declining viewership and with the scathing reviews, I don't see Netflix pursuing this anymore. Because remember, Rob, there was going to be this whole cinematic universe. There was going to be the anime, and there was going to be all this kind of stuff. I don't know. Do you think there's a possibility that Rebel Moon 3, 4, 5, and 6 can somehow come to our screens, and would you want them to?
Well, I'm going to admit something to you, John. I'm the,
Here we go.
no, I'm the kind of guy that's waiting for the Wachowskis to make Jupiter Ascending too.
Oh my God.
So, and I'm not kidding.
I know
I'm
you're
not kidding about that.
know
I'm
you're
very,
not.
very sincere. Not kidding. That said, and look, Star Crash is a favorite of mine. The Adventures of Stella Star, directed by Luigi Cozzi. I am a fan of. I wanted to love Rebel Moon. I did, and I watched.
I know you did. You were really.
I
looking
watched
forward to
both
it.
versions. We did a great Designing Hollywood on it with a lot of the team. I was pulling for this film, and I am not a Zack Snyder hater either. You know, we both love Man of Steel. I loved his remake of Dawn of the Dead, which I thought I wouldn't like. I bought Sucker Punch Hot Toys, but not for the reasons you probably think.
Or
But-
exactly for the reasons people think.
So I am pulling, and I own all three versions of Watchmen on home video, and I have the 4K of Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League, and all the other the three. I can't, John. I can't get behind this.
What?
I can't. I mean,
Ray, like
You
you're
just
so
broke Ray's heart.
disappointed.
I mean, Ray gave me a Rebel Moon.
No,
action figure.
I never get. You bought that on your own, Rob.
I did not. You gave it for me.
That's your.
But I look. I tried. Rebel Moon was painful to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, physically painful. And while I would love to see Zack Snyder, I love the realization and the ambition of what he's trying to
Look
do.
over
And
there.
maybe it'll get better. I just can't see Netflix jumping into this. I really don't.
But Rob,
I think Zack Snyder needs to make his pain in game.
I got to make my case to you, Rob. He said he has a whole universe planned out. You could have a whole universe action figure set of Rebel Moon.
All done in
Nothing?
slow motion.
Nothing.
I could probably get those at a flea market for 5 cents each.
Can we at least admit some of the designs are cool on
The
the
design-
characters?
Oh, some of the design
The
work
design
was
work, yeah,
fabulous.
the design work was
And
dope. It was really cool.
Yeah, the effects too, and
Hey,
some of the, without the slow mo were great too. It's just the story
I like the cast.
was very simple. I think
You got to
and
hand it to him, though. Unlike Lucasfilm, he's got a plan.
Yeah.
At least
he
he
has
had
a plan and an
Give him that.
outline. It's good.
Guys, we want to take a second to thank the sponsor of today's video, PrizePicks. What a great time to be a sports fan. Basketball playoffs are on, hockey playoffs are on. It is the perfect time to jump into the action with PrizePicks, the easiest and most fun way to turn your sports knowledge into real winnings. PrizePicks is daily fantasy made really simple. Just pick more or less on a few player projections, like points, assists, goals, and you can win up to 2,000 times your money. For example, this week I've got Jalen Brunson for more than 24.5 points, or Jason Tatum for more than 6.5 rebounds. I love how fast and easy it is to lock in a lineup in just under a minute. Plus, they've got a couple of weekly features, like, for example, Flex Friday. If your lineup doesn't win, you get your net losses back in promo funds. And every Tuesday, check out Taco Tuesday for discounted player projections up to 25% off. So download the app today and use the code Campea to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code Campea to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. Run your game. All right, guys, question is for you. What do you think? According to the story, Zack Snyder's got Rebel Moons 3, 4, 5, and 6, like completely outlined, completely scripted out that way. Ready to go. Just need Netflix to give it the green light. I don't think it'll happen. I don't think it should happen. I really want to see Zack Snyder. This one was a loss. Move on. I want to see him do something else. Anyway, whatever you guys think about it, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.